This is DVTV on the web, brought to you by Diversity Driving School.
I'm here with Oliver.
My motivation had to be my dad and my uncles. They all served and they all showed me that it's very powerful to join. I'm going to go with the Marine Corps because I've had a long legacy of men that have joined the Marine Corps and women. So for physically, I'm going to try and go on more runs and I'm going to try and lift a lot more weights. Mentally, from what my uncles and dad have stated, there's not much mentally that you can do to prepare for the military. So I'm just going to have to wing it. Skills that I think are going to be most beneficial are going to be the ability to communicate with others and the ability to teach and instruct and lead. And then the final ability would have to be the ability to help out and take care of others. I think the possibility of being deployed is imminent, and if I do get deployed, I get deployed. I just hope that I am safe and that I can do my duty and help others. While I'm serving, I plan to develop leadership skills by trying to communicate with others, by trying to make sure others are aware I am here for them and I am always going to try my best to help.
Hello, I'm here with Anthony from the Navy.
Hey Deer Valley. I'm an ABH, is Aviation Boat System Handling. So pretty much, have you guys ever seen the movie Top Gun? I'm pretty much the guy with the wands, waving around, and I actually got to meet Tom Cruise, fun fact. And how they affect me is pretty much like, I have fun with it, you know? I was always on the flight deck, always doing my job, paying attention, because you don't want to end up in the bad side. But it's a fun time, always on the flight deck. I am an E5, so Petty Officer Second Class for the Navy. Basic training was like, so the best way to describe it is, it's the funnest thing you never want to do again. So what I mean by that is, yes, I have fun in boot camp. So like, pretty much the way I saw it, it was like basically like summer camp for me. We did our PT, our physical training, our Navy knowledge, basic seamanship, and then at the end we take a final test to put everything we incorporated over boot camp, and then pretty much we work as a team. That's what the Navy's all about, is teamwork and then family again. Pretty much, Navy's a big family. I love it. I've been doing it for about 10 years. So that's a tough one because I've been on 3 deployments. I'll probably say like the first one, it was fun. You know, I went to United Kingdom, Dubai, richest city in the world. I got Burj Khalifa, so tallest building in the world. Sorry about that. And then Singapore, Dubai. It's just like traveling. That's like the best experience I could get. And then also all the friends I made, all the memories I got. You can never take that away.
What's up, DV? I'm Joseph Benedict Cison, and I'm an aviation boat system equipment in the Navy. Joining the military has been something I've always wanted to do as a kid, and as I grew, it opened a lot more opportunities for me, especially graduating right after high school. The first day of boot camp was very nerve-wracking, especially with all the RDC screaming at you and the lack of sleep in the first night of just checking in. You didn't really know what was coming or what you signed up for. It was more like a reality check, and it was just a moment of reflection where you just started asking yourself, why did I join, or if I made the right choice. My advice is just to do it. Whether or not you don't know what path you're wanting to take right after you graduate, whether that's going to college or joining the military. If you're not ready or prepared for college, the Navy will for sure have an opportunity for you to go to college whenever, and it's also paid by the military. Yes, you do. You get to choose your job in the military depending on your ASVAB score, and also there's another step before you enlist, which is called MEPS. And there they will do a full medical and health wellness check to see if you're qualified for the job that you desire. I like that they give you plenty of opportunities, like going to college without worrying about bills or paying books or having to worry where you have to live or even transportation. And if you're a person who loves to travel, the Navy also gives you the chance to explore different countries and more. And I also like that you get to experience a lot of things that you can't really experience in the civilian world, and that you meet a lot of great people in the Navy.
Here with Ms. Gillespie from House 4.
I've known Mr. Sagehorn for 6 years. but our paths have crossed before that. I worked in a district in near Vacaville in Fairfield Sassoon, and his aunt was a colleague of mine, so I'd met him through that before also. And he was always very, like, we were very close because of that. That's how he acted, at least he treated me kind of like we were family. He was probably one of the most committed workhorse man I've ever met. I swear sometimes, I mean, he was sick and he knew he was sick and he would still show up and just like committed to coming to work and to sharing everything he knew with people. I think just one of there's many, they're all like the same type of memory of him just being very, very stubborn. Or like some of his mannerisms, like when he was getting ready to sit back and tell a story. I love those. I like those memories a lot. I think the things that are most endearing are seeing, was seeing the pictures of him, like of his grandson, and him playing with his grandson. And that was just a beautiful thing. So that would be great memories to have of him. And sorry he's gone. That's a huge loss for a generation of storytellers.
Hello, I'm here with Marcus.
So I knew him during both my stints here at Deer Valley, and I also remember him as a rugby coach when I was going to Antioch as a kid. He brought a very positive and encouraging work ethic, when it came to interacting with students, which I think it does volumes for our student body here on campus. I think my favorite memory is the one that I can at least say on camera is whenever he does the projects with the kids involving the free speech, and it's really interesting to always, hear their views and what they think is important on campus and what needs to be changed, because I think that their opinion should be always valued.
With Mr. Friedman.
I've known Michael for about 10 or 12 years now. It's really, as a social science teacher, I can't count past 10 because I run out of fingers, but it's at least been a decade or more. He was a very hard worker. I mean, a lot of times I would be here till 5:30 in the evening, and Michael would still be here working later than I would. So he definitely put in the hours. My favorite memory, the man had so many stories, right? He had a lot of stories, but probably my favorite memory is more personal to me. Probably about 9-10 years ago, I had a heart attack, and I was in my own headspace, and I just going through a lot of things, and he wrote me an unsolicited email, and it just explained everything I was going through. At the time, I didn't really know Michael, but I started to get him know better afterwards. He just kind of laid out everything I was thinking, everything I was feeling, and basically let me know that I wasn't crazy and it will get better. And it just kind of speaks to his personality, how he cares about people, and just he's willing to always reach out and go the extra mile.